and welcome to All Things EGOT. My name is Portia West.
And I'm David Gallo. Now, if you haven't heard of the acronym EGOT before, it stands for Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony.
It would be the equivalent of a professional athlete winning MVP for baseball, basketball, football, and hockey.
Whoa. Now, the odds of that ever happening, not so much. But there are 12 official EGOT recipients, and we plan to take a look at how they did it.
And the artists who are just one award away from EGOT glory.
Plus, we'll cover all of the award seasons with predictions and red carpet fashion critiques.
So let's begin by looking at the illustrious career of the first EGOTer, Richard Rodgers.
EGOTer?
Yes, it'll catch on. Just watch.
Okay.
Richard Rodgers, the acclaimed composer, has the distinction of being the first to achieve the EGOT. His career spanned over several decades, but it took only 17 years to win the Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony. In 1946, Richard Rodgers received the Best Song Oscar for It Might As Well Be Spring from the musical State Fair. 5 years later, Rodgers received his first of 6 Tonys Best Musical for South Pacific. In 1960, Rodgers received his first of 2 Grammys for Best Show Album Original Cast for The Sound of Music. In 1962, Rodgers garnered the Emmy for Outstanding Achievement in Music Composed for Television for a 27-episode documentary series, Winston Churchill: The Valiant Years. Richard Rodgers composed over 900 songs, and with his collaborators, lyricists Lorenz Hart and later Oscar Hammerstein II, 43 musicals. Rodgers died in 1979 at the age of 77. His contribution to the American Songbook is substantial and incomparable. These details were obtained from wikipedia.org. For All Things EGOT, this is Gavin Kirk. Cheers.
Big thanks to our guest narrator, Gavin Kirk. Now, if you'd like to be a guest narrator for upcoming episodes, send an email to allthingsegot@gmail.com and type narrator in the subject line. Next up, Oscar predictions. Take it away, Portia.
Thanks, David. We're just a few days away from the biggest night in film, the Oscars. Joining us with his predictions for the major awards is another David, Dave Bell. Hi, Dave.
Hey, Portia, how are you?
I'm great. So, Dave, would I call you a cinephile?
Yes, but I'm also an arts enthusiast. Film, music theater, I'm all about them.
Which means you are perfect for our show. So let's talk movies.
So I watch 300 to 400 films every year, and for the past decade or so, I share both my predictions for Oscar nominees and the winners with friends and family.
And how would you rate your success?
Well, over the years, I've gotten better. Now I'm at about 80 to 85% accuracy. Some years are tougher than others, though.
Let's start with Best Supporting Actor. Best Supporting Actor nominees: Sam Rockwell, 3 Billboards; Woody Harrelson, 3 Billboards; Christopher Plummer, All the Money in the World; Willem Dafoe, The Florida Project; Richard Jenkins, The Shape of Water.
The Best Supporting Actor will be the first of several close races, but it comes down to Sam Rockwell for 3 Billboards and Willem Dafoe for The Florida Project. I like both of these actors, and both gave excellent performances. In my opinion, Dafoe has the more nuanced performance as the manager of a rundown motel in Florida. This is fully on view in the scene where he tries in vain to hold his anger in check, as he's forcing a suspected pedophile off the motel property. It's like watching a master's class in acting. Dafoe has been nominated 3 times now, and I would love to see him win this time. However, this is Rockwell's year. He's been a great character actor for 30 years, and this is his first nomination. I've enjoyed almost everything he's ever done, and it will be nice to see him get noticed by a larger audience. Sam Rockwell will win for Best Supporting Actor.
Next, Best Supporting Actress. Best Supporting Actress nominees: Mary J. Blige, Mudbound; Allison Janney, I, Tonya; Leslie Manville, Phantom Thread; Laurie Metcalf, Lady Bird; Octavia Spencer, The Shape of Water.
The 5 nominees all gave great performances, but it's a showdown between 2 first-time nominees, Laurie Metcalf for Lady Bird and Allison Janney for I, Tonya. Will Laurie Metcalf, with the relatively quiet struggle of a working-class mother wanting the best for her teenage daughter but unable to relate to her, take the Oscar? Or will Allison Janney's over-the-top, overbearing, self-serving mother who wants to win no matter the cost take top honors? Where the Academy is concerned, over the top usually wins versus subtle. so my money is on Janny, but I won't be terribly surprised if Laurie Metcalf walks away with her first Oscar.
Okay, Best Actor. Best Actor nominees: Timothée Chalamet, Call Me By Your Name; Daniel Day-Lewis, Phantom Thread; Daniel Kaluuya, Get Out; Gary Oldman, Darkest Hour; Denzel Washington, Roman J. Israel Esquire.
The Best Actor category is a sure bet as far as I can tell. This will be Gary Oldman for Darkest Hour. He gave a stellar performance as Winston Churchill, as the newly appointed Prime Minister dealing with the beginnings of World War II and the Battle of Dunkirk, one of 3 films this year dealing with Dunkirk. It is a bit surprising that Gary Oldman has only been nominated once before in 2012 for Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy, considering his body of work, but I believe this will be his year. There is a slim possibility for Timothée Chalamet for Call Me By Your Name or the final performance of Daniel Day-Lewis in Phantom Thread, but I think the prevailing thought will be that Chalamet will have other opportunities, and Daniel Day-Lewis has won before, so Oldman will have no problem taking home the well-deserved statue.
Next, Best Actress. Best Actress nominees: Sally Hawkins, The Shape of Water; Frances McDormand, 3 Billboards; Margot Robbie, I, Tonya; Saoirse Ronan, Lady Bird; Meryl Streep, The Post.
Best Actress is another sure thing with Frances McDormand and her fantastic turn in 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. This is her 5th nomination and will be her 2nd win, following her groundbreaking role in 1997's Fargo. I personally love Sally Hawkins' performance in The Shape of Water, but McDormand's performance has been an award show juggernaut, so Hawkins will have to wait. McDormand wins the Oscar.
How about Best Director? Best Director nominees: Guillermo del Toro, The Shape of Water; Jordan Peele, Get Out; Greta Gerwig, Lady Bird; Christopher Nolan, Dunkirk; Paul Thomas Anderson, Phantom Thread.
Well, this was Christopher Nolan's award 3 months ago, but I believe that goodwill has dipped enough to make this a 3-way race between Guillermo del Toro for The Shape of Water, Christopher Nolan for Dunkirk, and Greta Gerwig for Lady Bird. All 3 are first-time director nominees. Nolan and del Toro have been nominated for writing, but never directing. While both Gerwig and Nolan are very deserving for their work on Lady Bird and Dunkirk, respectively, the director's Oscar this year will go to Guillermo del Toro for The Shape of Water.
And the final category, Best Picture. Best Picture nominees: Call Me By Your Name; Darkest Hour; Dunkirk; Get Out; Lady Bird; Phantom Thread; The Post; The Shape of Water; 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri.
This one is a nail-biter. After the Golden Globes, it looked like 3 Billboards was on its way to win the Oscar for Best Film, but then Martin McDonagh was not nominated for Best Director. The film only won Best Picture 4 times without a correlating Best Director nomination. Wings in 1927, Grand Hotel in 1931, Driving Miss Daisy in 1989, and Argo in 2012. So I was leaning towards The Shape of Water, but then 3 Billboards swept the SAG Awards and took top prize at the BAFTAs. The only film to win Best Picture without winning the SAG Ensemble Award was Braveheart. And the last 3 times BAFTA and SAG had aligned, Oscar did that too. With that said, I still feel this is a 2-way film race. 3 Billboards and The Shape of Water. In the end, it will be very close, but my prediction is 3 Billboards will walk away with the Best Picture.
So, if you could add one more film into the mix, what would it be?
I would probably say Florida Project. I was a bit surprised that it didn't get nominated for Best Picture, and I really felt like it should have been. So I would throw that one in the mix. But I would say if I was to throw a personal film in there, I would say Lucky with Harry Dean Stanton was one of my favorite films of the year, and I felt like it at least should have got a nomination for the late Harry Dean Stanton. In the final count, Shape of Water will win 3 Oscars for director, production design, and score. Dunkirk will win 3 for film editing, and sound mixing. 3 Billboards will win 3 for picture, actress, and supporting actor. Darkest Hour will win 2 for actor and makeup. Coco will win for animated feature and best original song. And 1 each for the following. Call Me By Your Name will win for adapted screenplay. Phantom Thread for costume design. Get Out for original screenplay. I, Tonya, supporting actress. Blade Runner 2049 for cinematography, and War for the Planet of the Apes for visual effects.
Well, I can't wait to see how you did. Will you come back and discuss the results with us?
I'd be happy to.
Thank you.
So, Portia, we missed a G or Grammys by a few weeks. Did you watch?
Of course I did. Bruno Mars cleaned up, didn't he?
He sure did, and so did Kendrick Lamar, who got the award for Best Rap Album.
We want to thank you for watching and invite you to send your comments to allthingsegot@gmail.com.
Next time, we'll see how the other David did with the Oscar predictions and look at the second EGOT person.
Just say EGOTer, please.
Okay.
And we'll also recap the red carpet hits and misses with fashion critic Patrick Mays.
See you soon.
Peace.